I hope I don't look too weird and red. I've got my camera set to cute dessert to try and make some of the colors pop. Anyhow, how's it going, super friends? Today, I just wanted to sit down and talk to the camera and then pop it in the time machine of YouTube so that you would see it the next day. So I wanted to talk about some things with the channel, kind of like a state of where things are at, where things are going, and how they have been. So basically, I used to put out videos like 6 times a week. I put out a video. And that's because the way that I did the videos was very different. And I've recently changed my style of how I record my videos, how I edit my videos. How I do it now is I try to treat it a little bit less like it's just a straight up review and more like it's a review slash showcase. I pretty much don't just want to join into that rat race of get as many figures reviewed as fast as I can and get them all out as fast as you can so you can get all the views. I mean, yes, there are times that I'm going to do that because as a YouTuber, watch time is king. If I don't remind the algorithm, the mysterious all-knowing genie algorithm, if I don't remind it that I exist, then it will not grab my videos and show them to people that haven't seen my channel before. So YouTube does pay attention to how fast you guys come to my videos in the first 48 hours, and then how many minutes you consume of the video. Not percentage, but literally watch time in minutes. YouTube doesn't know any better. It's a cold, heartless system that just wants to push out what it thinks is the best product, because the best product means more people are going to like it and watch it, and that means more ads, and that means YouTube makes more money. Basically, YouTube is designed to make YouTube more money. Content creators are always second. The money that YouTube has to make from its ad revenue is always number one. So yes, there are times when I do things as fast as I can, but in general, I don't want to join that whole review a figure every single day, get it out as fast as you can kind of rat race just so I can have more content that people come to watch and get it out as fast as I can so that I can become an authority video. And it's so stressful. And I feel like if I put something out too fast, I know I can do better. And so yes, you are going to see the fast ones come out sometimes, but in general, I want my videos to have the process of what I do to make them exist for you guys. I want that process to be respected by me. I want to respect the process. I want to make sure I put out the very best product for you, the viewer, that I can. I mean, I don't just view you as someone who consumes my product, but you are people that visually consume what I put out. And so I want to make sure that I'm putting out something that is my very best effort every time and that it's its own kind of unique piece of video art itself. In other words, maybe you'll have already seen someone else's review of a figure, but you'll go, yeah, Brad's videos are kind of fun too, so even though I've seen a review here, I'm gonna go and see Brad's as well. And if I keep the video entertaining and it's fun, so that it's not just something that's just a straight up review, but it's something that you're watching, and if you can get to like the end of the video and you're like, oh wow, I made it to the end and didn't even realize it, then I've done something right. You've been entertained the whole time, your attention's been on the video, and hopefully I can get YouTube's algorithm's attention that way. I want to put out stuff that is a higher quality for you folks because I respect the audience and I hope the audience will respect what I'm putting out. The next thing I want to talk about is there have been a few people who have asked about the Krypton reviews, where they have gone, and it's basically I haven't had the time to watch it all. That's a huge one. I just haven't had the time to sit down and watch each episode. One gets behind you, then you got to watch 2, and then before you know it, you're like, crap, I'm 4 episodes behind, and you don't have the time to watch 4 episodes. You're not going to put out 4 reviews. It's going to be 1 video. So I thought, I'm already behind. Let's just binge the rest of the series at some point and do a final recap review. It'll be late. Ain't no one going to care. But here's the thing. There was a few people who really liked the series I was doing on that. But in general, the watch time for it and the amount of people that watched it in the first place wasn't really that great. Like, the reception wasn't there. People really they weren't digging it. They weren't really interested in it. And that's fine. I mean, if you watch the show yourself, why would you want to watch my review? I was just trying to round the channel out and do reviews on other things that I liked other than figures, because I don't want to get known as just a figure channel. Anyway, long story short, I'll probably do 1 more episode of Krypton review. It's going to take where I left off to the very end and kind of mash it together. That's the hope. That's what I would like to do. The next thing I wanted to talk about was the fact that there are still series that are coming that you just haven't seen in a while. Kit Bash 101 is still in the works, But again, it's trying to find time to film those videos in between the bigger ones. The next one is supposed to be a Cape Tuck. I've had a few people ask about a Cape Tuck. It's supposed to be coming. I've done Cape Tucks, but I want it to be perfect, because if it's not, there's always someone that does what you do better than what you do, and they tell you that you suck and they do it better, and why don't you try it this way? And then they proceed to outline everything. And it's like, I get it, you're trying to be helpful. Sometimes other people just want you to know how much you suck and how better they are. So I just want to have the Cape Tuck look perfect before I shoot a video of it. That means it can't be sloppy. There can't be anything that just doesn't look right. All right, nothing worse than being called out by someone who's worked hard to perfect their craft, and now they feel like a know-it-all and they want you to know how stupid you are. Also, series like Who Is are still happening. They just take a lot longer to put together. For one, I mean, just the idea, just the fact of doing the research and putting them together, grabbing the different videos and the different images and finding the right ones in high resolution and then editing them all together and stuff like that and making backgrounds. It takes a really, really long time to do that. Like, there's been days that I've spent the entire day just grabbing pictures and editing certain things to make them look good in the video. But the biggest challenge for doing the Who Is videos is the continuity, getting the continuity correct. I mean, you have all these different reboots and things like that happening, and relaunches, and you have the big events, and they change. I mean, all 3 Crises change certain things. 0 Hour changed things. You know, everything. Flashpoint changed things. New 52, after New 52 to Rebirth, that changed things. There's constantly changes happening. And with that, continuity, what's official, changes. And it's really hard to put together a comprehensive picture. And let's face it, we're not really that far out from Rebirth. And so right now I'm doing the Green Arrow, and it's kind of like, okay, how do I fit all this together to make sure it fits? Because really, in the end, Green Arrow, what he says in the Rebirth series from the one-shot onward is what counts as being continuity now. That's a lot of stuff to pour over, and even then we still don't get a complete picture. So it's trying to get something together that is as basic but comprehensive as possible, that's not going to get Green Arrow fans shouting at me for putting together something that they don't approve of. I'm not a Green Arrow expert. I love Superman, but I wouldn't even call myself a Superman expert. That means reading like every comic and remembering everything, and I got a brain like a sieve. The format will be changing from now on. The Who Is series will now focus on a genre. Who is Golden Age Flash? Who is Silver Age Green Lantern? Who is Modern Age Firestorm, or whatever? And so that will make it a whole lot easier to deal with, rather than just sifting through years and years and years of continuity. But that series still is coming. Oh yes, I want to talk about a mail wall as well. I figured, you know what, wouldn't it be fun to open up a P.O. box, and then you folks can send me postcards and pictures and letters and stuff like that, and then I can post them up on the wall here. I have a blank wall right there. I was going to put a shelf covered in Batman figures to match the Superman shelf, but I think it'd be much more valuable to me as a person if people wanted to write me letters and draw pictures and that kind of stuff, and then I could put it on the wall, and it could be the DC Squad wall, you know, with all the letters from the Super Friends. If enough people actually think that's a good idea, then I'll look into getting a P.O. box. But here in Canada, a P.O. box is not cheap. It's expensive to get a P.O. box for a year. But I'll do it if enough people think it's a good idea. If enough people want to draw a picture or send me a postcard. I know in the past also I've talked about starting up a DC kind of Facebook group, and the reason why I didn't do it so far yet is because the stress involved in dealing with people that you know, most people are good, but you get people that join these groups that just make it tough for everyone. They're just know-it-alls. They're just people that make it really hard for everybody else because they want to be the best at what they know. Or people that want to voice their opinion about something, but they don't voice it in a respectful manner. They voice their opinion in a way that kind of belittles anyone else that thinks differently than they do. So it's just getting ready to deal with the stress of having a group where it goes with the territory. You get people that are like that, but I've got to deal with it. But no one likes that because then I become the bad guy, when really I'm just trying to keep the group happy and safe for everyone else. And then finally, I've just kind of just had this in my hands. Other things that I've got coming on the channel, other figure reviews. I just got this today, Aunt Lucia Bombshell Harley Quinn. I'm going to be doing a full review of that, as well as I want to do the entire DC Direct Silver Age 2-pack series, and I've got a few. I've got the Green Arrow one yet to come that comes with Speedy, and I've also got the Batgirl Joker, and I've got the Penguin Catwoman. So I'm going to do full video reviews on that. There's not a lot of that stuff on YouTube based on these box sets, and the ones that are typically aren't in HD because they came out when YouTube wasn't HD. They came out before YouTube existed, but then, well, you get my point. And with that, I think I've touched on pretty much everything I wanted to talk about now. Yeah, I have. So let me know down in the comment section below how you feel about the P.O. Box. Don't forget, if you leave any comment at all, only one comment, let me know how you feel about a P.O. Box so I can receive letters and postcards from you all. That would be a lot of fun. And I guess that's it. So thanks for letting me touch base with you. It's been fun. Sorry it's been so long, and I will see you with the next one. Take care, super friends. Have an awesome day.